it's Chris and Cam. We're here at the Night and Ink Tattoo Studio. We're about to get tattoos. Yeah. It's Chris's first tattoo. We're here at the studio. It's literally just me, you, my sister, and her boss. And we're gonna go get tattoos.
After 2 years, Cameron finally convinced him.
I finally convinced him. I actually feel very accomplished. Do you know how excited I am for this moment?
I mean, I'm not even gonna say what it is yet, and you can keep yours quiet.
Stay tuned.
We'll show you throughout the show.
Let's go meet them.
Here we go.
So how did you get into tattooing? Like what sparked the love for it?
I love tattoos my whole life. I got my biggest tattoo when I was 17.
Oh, really? Do you remember what it was? I'm sure you do. Oh, that one.
Yeah. Which is half of my life ago. Mm-hmm. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
So stenciling is the first part of the tattoo process. You can see a little sneak peek of Snow drawing out my stencil. If you watch the show, you know I love my Pokemon, so that was the inspiration behind my tattoo. And then we got Jamie setting up her station, and then she's printing out Chris's stencil for his tattoo.
Just walk me through what's going to be happening.
So I'm not going to surprise you with the needle. We'll start with one little line just to give you an idea of what we're feeling. And if it's much too much, you stop me right away, but you're going to be fine.
I'll be good.
I promise. It's getting real now. You're sitting here in front of me, right?
You can see Cameron going multiple angles.
Cameron's running around me. Okay. I'm just going to do one kind of little section right here, just to give you an idea of the needle, okay? Ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh. That is not bad.
Not bad?
No, that's totally fine.
You're tattooed.
You're officially tattooed.
What made you want to get into tattooing as you're tattooing me?
I've always had a love for art. And, I really wanted to just find a way that I could make a living off of it. So I've always been interested in tattooing. I never thought I would actually be tattooing. But the second the opportunity came, I jumped, and here I am.
This is kind of like the best job ever, isn't it?
It's pretty great. I've had some interesting jobs, but this is the best one. In fact, Jamie and I worked together a long time ago.
Oh, really?
At the Amsterdam brew house.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
We didn't know that for like a while together. But isn't that weird?
That is weird. What a coincidence.
I know.
This is like a small world. Yeah, Jamie got me my first job. So I was like, now it's my turn to get her first job.
Oh, that works out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was nice that she got the experience she needed to come here and do what she does now. And she's doing amazing on Instagram, and you're doing amazing on Instagram, actually. Do you want to plug in your Instagram for us?
You know who I am. I'm just kidding. I'm Snow Tattoos. Look me up.
On Instagram, you've got what, 20,000 now, eh?
20.4, but who's counting?
It's a good thing to count. 20.4, eh? That's crazy.
Just hit 20 yesterday doing a very big giveaway, but I guess maybe don't plug that because it might be done by the time this airs.
Air next Wednesday.
Oh, well, I don't know.
If there's anything that you want to plug, do it now. Your wife also works here too.
My wife works here. She's beautiful and talented, and her Instagram is Ink by Lauren.
Amazing.
And she kind of does what I do. She does, but a little more maybe like doodly, but she's venturing out there too.
Good.
We met before either of us tattooed. So I got her into tattooing.
Amazing.
She was doing eyebrows, and that's great and it's fun, but you don't have that many like return clientele, and she saw me working and having a great time and all this. So that spawned her career in tattooing, and now she's doing very successful as well.
It's great. You get to work with her sometimes. It's nice.
Yeah, we work together 2 or 3 times a week, and it's amazing. A lot of people ask us, like, how can you do that and work with your spouse? I would die.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no judgment.
Yeah.
But we love it.
Coming up on What's Buzzin', we are going to be chatting with Jamie about the very first person that she tattooed. I'm sure you can guess who. And then the difference between using a pencil growing up to now using a tattoo gun. It'll all make sense coming up. Plus, we'll be chatting with Snow about what it's like building such a valued tattoo studio in the region, both inside and out. Believe me, you're going to want to see this. It's so nice. We've got all the pictures, all the things coming up next on the show. Hang on, that's on the way.
The following program was provided by a valued member of our local community. Rogers TV is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit our website.
David Prang from the Chamber of Commerce Brantford Brant speaks with community members about events and organizations that impact the city of Brantford and the county of Brant. Chamber TV, Thursdays at 6:30 p.m., right here on Rogers TV.
They've reached the summit! Back-to-back Stanley Cup victories.
Greatness.
And a new legacy begins.
Absolutely amazing.
It has happened in Vegas.
It's not a destination.
And lightning has struck twice.
It is a continuous journey that never ends.
These are the moments you dream of. Stanley Cup champions.
Today, I helped a senior find transportation to an important medical appointment.
Today, I helped a new mom find virtual programming so she didn't feel so isolated.
Today, I helped someone understand new government supports.
Every day, 211 navigators connect Canadians to critical government and community programs and services.
211. Help starts here.
Guelph, the Royal City. Learn about the people, places, organizations, and events that make up your hometown. Join us each and every episode to learn more about Guelph and what's happening in the Royal City.
And welcome back to What's Buzzing. Shortly, we're going to be chatting with Snow about how there's so much more to tattooing than what we see. Right now, though, we're going to throw it over to Jamie, and she's going to tell us the first person that she tattooed, plus the difference between using a pencil and a tattoo gun. Yeah, what was that like? I mean, tattooing your sister for the first time, so that's what started it for you. Was she the first person you ever?
She was, yeah. This was like honestly before I think I even knew that I was going to be tattooing. I was just playing around, which I don't recommend. Don't do that. Don't do
Now
that.
that you're certified, you're like,
oh my gosh.
I don't know if I do that.
Like, yes, don't do that. But yeah, she was the first time.
And did you know growing up, was that something that were you into artistry?
Yes.
Drawing, all that kind
I've
of
been
stuff?
holding a pencil ever since I could. I've been drawing forever. Tattooing is a little different than holding a pencil.
Yeah.
But I've been into art since I was little, so this just feels like an extension of that.
Yeah, and it's fun. Even when we say this, it's fun because it's a job that you like to do.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're doing a 9-to-5 job where you're like, I don't want to go.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's a fun job. Now, I was thinking yesterday, do you ever have the nerves because you're drawing something on someone for life? Do you not now, obviously, but at the beginning, did you ever have that like?
Of course.
What was the feeling like?
Terrifying.
Of that?
Like crazy because the only way to learn is like on people's skin.
Yeah.
So I'm very lucky that people gave me their skin to practice on.
AKA Cameron.
I never thought that I would like get to the point where I wasn't nervous to tattoo, but it's kind of like any job where you just do it until you know how to do it, and then it's not scary anymore. Probably like being on the air, I'm sure.
So what would you say that your style of tattooing is? Just for anyone looking for an artist, what would you say that you gravitate towards, like
My
liking to tattoo?
style
Yeah.
is extreme fine line. I use what's called like a single needle for most of my work, which when you look at a tattoo gun and you see the cartridge where the needle is, this can house many different sizes of needles and many different amounts of needles. So this is a 1 RL, which means there's one little needle in it.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
Yeah, it's the smallest.
Yeah.
And then a lot of fine liners can use like a 3, or they'll use a 1 sometimes, or a 5, even if it's a small 5, which means there's 5 needles in it or 3 needles in it. But I like to use a 1. And I got into doing single needle work because I always wanted fine line tattoos, and no one could do them or would do them. There's a big stigma against fine line tattoos that they just didn't last as much, or they were just a fad, which I disagree with, and I think time has proven that that's not the case.
What has been your favorite tattoo to do?
Oh, well, my favorite style is realism, so exactly what we're doing today is right up my alley.
Looks so good.
Thank you. I get to do a lot of like kind of Renaissance art tattoos, which is really cool. And it's kind of a mix of like things that I love. So that's really fun.
Yeah.
My favorite one I've ever done, I did like a Sacred Heart on someone's sternum.
Oh yeah?
Which was really tricky because the chest is moving as they breathe.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yes, and there's like straight lines in the swords and everything, but I was
You have to like really focus when you're
yeah. I'm like holding my breath.
Yeah, right.
We're both
like,
holding our
I don't want to hit the wrong spot. I don't want to,
Oh, totally, yeah.
Do you find a lot of people get tattoos with lots of meaning? Like, or is it more just designing?
It depends. I think tattoos are becoming way more normalized. So less and less people are like needing to assign meaning for like to get a tattoo. Sometimes they're just cool.
You look cool, yeah.
But a lot of people, especially for first tattoos, they
usually
don't
there's
have
something behind it, or it's like flowers or
which are just pretty and you can't go wrong.
And it's a good starting point too.
Agreed.
That's why I wanted to start out with something like this, and then Cameron will probably convince me to do more afterwards, so you'll probably see me again.
What do you think was the hardest thing to learn about tattooing?
The hardest thing to learn about tattooing, to me, there's a variety of things. If you're talking about the technical aspect,
sure.
Well, that I'm always learning, oddly enough. I would say is how, when you go into tattooing, you think it's mainly art, and it is, but a large portion of it is very technical on how your technique is, and how deep to go into the skin, and how steady your hand has to be, and how to articulate all of your lines in ways that are extremely unnatural.
Yeah.
So I think that's difficult. Communicating with people, setting expectations is very important. So that's important to learn. And then for me, I got popular really quick when I started. So it was my own limits and my own boundaries, like how much to work, because I could have been working 12 hours a day, every day of the week. And that was really hard to learn. Being my own boss and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cameron's freaking out behind the camera right now. After 2 years, Cameron convinced me
to get a tattoo. I finally did it. And it's by my sister nonetheless.
And you know what's so funny? I just found out yesterday that I actually knew Jamie before I knew Cameron.
Yes.
So I used to do theater, and we were in the same show.
Yes.
I did Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and if you watch the movie, I was little Edmund. And what were you again?
I was the older
sister.
Lucy, the older sister.
Isn't that crazy, Cameron?
You're all grown up, so I didn't recognize you.
Yeah, right?
Good vibes around here, is from what I can tell. This is a beautiful studio. Like, I love how open it is and how fun it is. Like, you've got decorations everywhere. It's very, like, in tune with you guys, which I think is nice, because you want to come to a studio that you're very comfortable in and that you can have fun in.
The goal of Night and Ink, when I opened it, and how it evolved, is I wanted, for when you walk in, one, I wanted the space is very important. I wanted it to be beautiful and bright and big and industrial, but warm. So we have huge ceilings, everything's pretty industrial, but everything's white. There's plants, there's art, I'll use loosely, there's movie posters everywhere. Why I did that is so when you walk in, you see something that you connect with almost immediately. Like the way you'll show the big gallery wall, But we have a big gallery wall with a lot of movies. We have a lot of VHS up and a lot of Pokemon, Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah.
But not in
The Office, I see, is up there.
The Office,
Friends,
Star Trek, Star Wars,
Batman and Robin, Stranger Things, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, a lot of Studio Ghibli. We're all very inspired by Studio Ghibli. I just wanted people to feel connected.
Absolutely.
And like walk in and see the Mrs. Doubtfire poster and be like, oh my God, good memories, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
While having it not look cluttered. And I think we did that really, really well.
I love the space in here. I was telling Chris how beautiful it is. Like, I couldn't even describe it because it's just so fun. There's just something, like you said, something to relate to for everybody.
Coming up on What's Buzzin', we are going to reflect on what a great show it was and what it's like to have new tattoos. That's coming up.
The following program was provided by a valued member of our local community. Rogers TV is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit our website.
Hey folks, it's me, Giovanni Petiti, the host of Not Tonight. It's the new late night talk show right here on Rogers TV. We got fabulous guests, a lot of laughs. It's just like the Jimmy Kimmel Show. If you order the Jimmy Kimmel Show on Wish. So join me Sunday at 10 o'clock right here on Rogers TV. Nice.
Unbelievable. You just never see that. What a shot. Scores! The OHL on Rogers TV.
Sundays for Pairs is a service that we believe will help you discover more of God's promises and purpose for your life. A reminder that God is for you. Courtesy of Pairs Community Church. Join us every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. on Rogers TV to be encouraged and pointed towards hope.
This is a perfectly healthy child. What's unhealthy are birth alerts, a racist practice that may stop this Indigenous mother from going home with her newborn. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
So that is it. Hey, it's Chris. We just got back from my very first tattoo. Now, I want to be the one because Cameron has so many tattoos, and I'm sure you're watching at home going, okay, that was a process. And maybe you're super excited, but maybe you still have those nerves. I was crazy nervous to get my first tattoo, and we said it at the beginning of the show. It took Cameron 2 years to convince me to do this, and I don't know what it was. I think just eventually we thought this was a cool segment to do on What's Buzzin' because tattoos are buzzing right now everywhere. Everyone's got tattoos. And so I thought, okay, for me, I wanted to have a tattoo that had meaning behind it. So it wasn't just something that I got. And because again, I was chatting with Jamie about this. This is something that I want to champion for life, right? And it's something that I always want to be proud of and I always want to wear. And so I knew I wanted to do something that was career focused and something that I knew I would wear and love. And so that was definitely very cool to see the process, and I definitely had the nerves. The biggest thing, as anyone would say, is the feeling of it. And the best way I can describe it, I said this in the show, it's like repeated dog scratches. So if you have a dog at home and you've got scratched a bunch of times, that's literally all it is. It just feels like a repeated scratch in one spot. And I said to Jamie, the worst thing for me was just having my shoulder positioned in one spot because my shoulders would naturally shake. So that was more the only thing, but the pain-wise, easy. Like if you're thinking you're like crazy nervous to do this, no, don't be. It is super easy, and if you're with someone like Jamie, she makes it seem super easy. She's there for you. Like I said, it's like a therapy session. We chatted about everything, and we didn't add this, but Jamie and I actually knew each other because we both did acting, and we were in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And if you watch that movie, I was the main character, Edmund, and then she was the older Lucy in the second part of the show. And we just found out now. I looked her up on Facebook because I said to Cameron, I was like, I know your sister from somewhere. And then eventually we figured out, I was like, there's no way. And then I found that I had friended her on Facebook and we were in the same show. So we were chatting about that forever. So she just made it super comfortable to be there. And the studio is so nice. Snow is fantastic. And it's very cool to see how much goes in to tattooing. It's not just like you get a pencil and you draw a picture. You have a whole gun. You got to stencil it out. It took a while to figure out the sizing that I wanted. And then she kind of drew it out and figured out kind of the way it would look, and then I got to look in the mirror. And so there's so much more to tattooing, and I give so much credit to tattoo artists because it is a difficult job, and it's a job where you have to have so much trust in your artists that they know what they're doing. So I give so much credit to not just Jamie, but so many of the artists out there because, yeah, the work that you do, phenomenal. So again, if you are wanting to do this, hopefully this pushed you in the right direction. Night and Ink in Kitchener, you got to check them out. Snow Tattoos on Instagram. Just everything. And check out Jamie on Instagram. We've got all the pictures. Rewatch the show on rogerstv.ca. Again, it was so much fun. I appreciate Cameron for pushing me to do this because, again, check out the picture. We'll put it up right now. It's something that I know I'm going to champion forever. And when I do more radio in the future, I got this mic to prove it. So it was so much fun. And thank you so much, Night and Ink, for hanging out with us and bringing us into the studio. We had so much fun.
Hi everyone, it's Cam from What's Buzzin'. So it's been a couple days since we got the tattoos, and I will say it was such a fun experience getting to go into the studio and film in person. It was so much fun officially meeting Matthew Snow, who is the owner of Night and Ink Tattoos, and also getting, of course, to see my sister in action again. It was Chris's first tattoo, and of course, not my first tattoo. So my sister got to tattoo Chris, and Snow tattooed me. So we got the tattoos done on Thursday, and it is currently Sunday. So I wanted to give a quick update on what I do now. What is the aftercare? What's the process now? Like, you've got your tattoo, what happens? So I usually like to wait a few days after to take off the bandage. Definitely check in with your artist and see what they say. It depends on how big the tattoo is. But yesterday I took off my bandage before I went to bed, and I gave it a nice clean. And this is how it looks after a few days. So I got this on Thursday. Of course, it's currently Sunday, so it's not raised out of my skin yet. It's still completely flat and it doesn't hurt anymore. I can touch it, obviously not too much, but it is in perfect condition. I don't feel any pain or irritation, so that's a good sign to start the healing process. This is not sponsored, unfortunately, but this is what I use to clean my tattoos. As you can see, I've used and abused this bottle because I use this for everything. I use this for cleaning my piercings, I use this for my skin, I use this for all my tattoos, and nothing has gotten infected. So this is the stuff that I like to use. It is a fragrance-free cleanser. When you get a tattoo, always make sure you get a lotion that is fragrance-free because it is an open wound, so you want to be careful with what you're putting on your skin, obviously. So you don't have to use what I use, but this is what I use anyways. And I've never had any problems or any infections, so I guess I'm doing something right. So when you're cleaning your tattoo, it's definitely depending on how big the tattoo is and how much peeling there is that goes along with it. So I will say, make sure that you regularly clean your tattoo, but don't go overboard. You don't want to strip the ink or irritate your skin. So what I usually like to do is I clean my tattoo in the morning before I go to bed, and then I like to clean it after my shower as well, just to make sure I get all the soap and residue off of my skin and give it a nice clean and a wipe down. I've never had any problems with my tattoos. They've always been in really good condition because I've kept up with them. So I definitely will say it's a good idea to keep up on your cleaning, but don't over clean it. You don't want to irritate your skin. Once more, it was so much fun getting to go in and film with Night and Ink Tattoos. Thank you so much again to Matthew Snow for allowing us to come in on your busy schedule and taking the time to film with us and answer all of our questions and tattooing us and getting to put it on TV. So I really appreciate the collaboration. It was honestly so much fun. I've kind of wanted to do this for a while, and it took me 2 years to convince Chris to get a tattoo. So I'm happy. I think it was so much fun, and he's happy with his tattoo, which is what matters most. And I got to see my sister in action, and getting to promote this company is really honestly heartwarming to me. My sister's been kind of a big role model to me growing up, so I'm very happy to give this opportunity to bring more people to her work, because I think she is a fantastic artist. You could put anything in her hand and she could draw with it. And tattooing is something that she's wanted to do ever since she was a kid. So if you have an interest in getting a tattoo and you love the artwork that Night and Ink provides, definitely check out their Instagrams. We'll put all of them here so you can check them out. And if you are quite wary of what you want, I would definitely check out each artist, because every artist has a different style. So make sure that you check out each one and you pick an artist that's best suited for you. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed the show and that you get to check out their Instagrams. And I honestly just hope that it brought some light to people. And if you're nervous about getting a tattoo, hopefully you're not anymore. But yeah, everyone enjoy the rest of their week, and we will see you next week.
I'm sure some of you are at home right now going, Chris and Cam, how do we get a tattoo with Night and Ink? It's super easy. All you gotta do is follow them over on social media right now. They are at Night and Ink. And the best part about it is, if you're like me, where you're getting your first tattoo and you don't know what you want to do, all their artist portfolios are linked in their Instagram bio, which is their Instagram pages. Go check them out, go stalk them, see what they're about, see what their artwork looks like, and then you can kind of pick the one that best fits you. We've got Snow, of course, who is the owner, who does great work at Snow Tattoos. Recently hit 20,000 followers, no big deal. And then Jamie, of course, Cameron's awesome sister, who did my tattoo at Ink by Jamie. She does a lot of fantastic work over on Instagram as well. They're located at 100 Aaron Street in Kitchener, right beside a coffee cafe. So you can grab a coffee and go get a tattoo. It's kind of a win-win. It's that easy.
I've always had a love for art. And, I really wanted to just find a way that I could make a living off of it. So I've always been interested in tattooing. I never thought I would actually be tattooing, but the second the opportunity came, I jumped, and here I am.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Are you low on food? Struggling to pay the bills? Overwhelmed by life's challenges? When you need support but don't know where to turn, just dial 211. 211 connects you to the programs or services near you.
211, how can I help you?
211, help starts here.
Kitchener's perfect music mix is on Chime 96.7. So every song